What is up, ladies and gentlemen? In case you can't read, my name is DavidCigam. This is my South Park Season 21, Episode 5 review. And I know I have not done a single South Park review yet. I was going to start doing them 2 weeks ago, or I think last week, but I realized there wasn't a review, or I think last week there was a new episode. I know I haven't been doing it, and I'm 5 episodes in, so it's like half the South Park season, so I'm going to go ahead and give a quick rating of every episode I gave this season so far. Just a reminder, I rate my shows between like 0 to 5 stars, and I rate them on 4 categories: their entertainment, acting, story, presentation. With South Park, I usually just make acting like dialogue, and then the presentation's just how funny the show is. So, just a real quick, episode 1 this season, I thought it was incredibly boring. I gave it 2.75 stars, which is 2 3/4 stars. Episode 2 was a little bit better. I gave it 3.5 stars. Episode 3, I gave it 3 3/4 stars. Episode 4 was 3.5 stars. And let's get to this episode, Hummels and Heroin. Quick recap. I like the story in this episode. The story is there's an epidemic with painkillers, like these little party entertainer costumes guys are overdosing on painkillers during the parties, and it's like, how are they getting the painkillers? Well, they're getting the painkillers through a nursing home, and they try to pretend like a nursing home was like a jail, like a prison system where you have like the top guy. And how you can decide who the top guy is whoever has the nicest and most Hummels. So the story was pretty much like they were getting Hummels in return for giving out their painkillers that they all got. And so Stan was kind of like he was being a drug dealer. He didn't realize it, so they were trying to figure out how to stop doing this. And they ended up stop doing it by Stan stealing all this old lady's Hummels, giving it to his grandfather, and then you're like, well, what's he gonna do with these Hummels? And he just takes them, he just beats the shit out of the other grandmothers. It was a pretty funny scene. And there was a new character. I think his name was Marcus. I might be wrong on that. At least I believe he's new. He was trying to like solve the crime of like where are these painkillers coming from? Who's doing this? And he was really on the stand. And then Stan sent him to like this painkiller convention. That's where the episode ended. So I feel like it ended a little bit on a cliffhanger. But overall, I think I just really enjoyed the story of this, and I thought it was funny how they compared like the old folks home to like a prison. And it was just a lot of good jokes in this episode. I really did enjoy this episode. I gave it, if I had to go down the categories, I gave acting a 4. I thought it had some good dialogue. My entertainment was a 4. The story was a 4, it wasn't a 5. But presentation was a 5. I thought it was funny, and I really just did enjoy watching it. It was a good episode. You'd probably say the best episode so far this season. It's between this or episode 3. Episode 3, in my opinion, was a very good episode. It was when Stan was obsessed with Christopher Columbus, and he dressed up as Christopher Columbus. That was a good episode too. But yeah, I give it 4 1/4, and I am back to doing South Park, even though I pretty much missed half the season. I would like to know what your opinion on this episode is. Just leave a comment down below. What parts did you like? What parts did you dislike? One thing I noticed is South Park is steering away from what they've done the past 2 seasons, or maybe even 3 seasons, where they had like a continuing story base, where every episode's in the season lined up together. It looks like they went away with that this season, kind of slowly. And I guess it's better. It's a better product. Like I said, episode 1 this season, I absolutely did not like it. Episode 2 and 3, a lot better. 4 and 5, great episodes there. But yeah, I enjoyed this episode. I'd like to know what you think. Leave your opinions down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and click like. And if you want to see more DavidCigam and me reviewing South Park episodes or any other videos I upload to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Again, my name is DavidCigam. Peace out.